That's a hard foul. That's a flagrant foul. And if they had taken care of the business earlier, we wouldn't be in this situation right now.
Shout out to the Indiana Fever. I'm feeling good, folks. Welcome to WNBA Fight Night, or as some people are saying, WNBA Raw. What a game that was. We had it all. We had basketball, we had fighting, we had blonde on blonde crime. Oh, such an epic.
The WNBA lit up like never before. And this wasn't just basketball, it was a war zone, a showdown packed with hard fouls, trash talk, and one player stepping up to say, enough is enough. The Indiana Fever went head to head with the Connecticut Sun, and let's just say, it wasn't pretty. This wasn't just a win, it was a statement. A 88-71 beatdown that came with bruises, tension, and some serious revenge. It all started with Marina Mabrey, who clearly came in with an attitude. She dropped buckets and body checked Caitlin Clark like it was WWE.
What really got this escalated, so that was called a flagrant. Those two were technicals. Charles got a technical, and then Mabrey for what we thought should have been two tech.
1 minute, Clark's moving up the court. Next minute, she's on the floor. You hard. No flops, no acting.
This all on the officials tonight. It is totally their responsibility. That's a hard foul. That's a flagrant.
Marina Mabrey body checking Caitlin Clark to the ground. JC Sheldon all over her, riding her. Pokes Caitlin Clark in the eye. Oh man, Caitlin Clark needs to start wearing goggles, folks.
Mabrey exploded into her like a linebacker with no brakes. And if that wasn't enough, JC Sheldon made sure the harassment didn't stop. All night she was glued to Clark, grabbing, clawing, poking her in the eye, even riding her shoulder to shoulder like it was personal. It felt less like a basketball game and more like a targeted mission to break Caitlin Clark down. The referees, nowhere to be found. They let the physicality spiral out of controls, possession after possession, and the Fever, they were getting pushed, shoved, and straight up bullied. But then, Sophie Cunningham stepped in. After watching her teammate get knocked around all night, Sophie decided she'd had enough. She wasn't there to play nice. She was there to defend her squad. While the refs kept swallowing their whistles, Sophie brought the heat. She brought the fight, and in that moment, the entire energy shifted.
This all on the officials tonight. It is totally their responsibility. That's a hard foul. That's a flagrant foul. And if they had taken care of the business earlier, we wouldn't be in this situation right now.
Sophie Cunningham, look at Sophie Cunningham, taking it 2-on-1. Sophie Cunningham going 2-on-1 underneath the basket. Sophie Cunningham, salute. 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 Sophie Cunningham did her jail son. I can't let you get close, Vanderlei. I can't let you get close. Oh, I love to see it.
Indiana wasn't just winning the scoreboard. They were taking their respect back. One bucket, one block, and one stand your ground moment at a time. The Indiana Fever finally drew the line in the sand. They weren't going to be pushed around anymore. They weren't going to be treated like the little sister of the WNBA. This was a turning point, a message to the entire league. We're not here to start fights, but if you want one, we'll finish it. And Sophie Cunningham made sure of that. Late in the game, JC Sheldon charges into the lane like a running back. Head down, full speed. But Sophie wasn't having it. She wrapped her up, dropped her to the floor like a sack of bricks, and let her know this ain't gonna fly anymore. Then it got heated. Lindsay Allen and JC Sheldon both charged at Sophie. And what did Sophie do? She stood her ground. 1 against 2, and she never flinched. No fear, no hesitation. She stared both of them down and said, "You want some too? Let's go." This wasn't just basketball. This was Sophie putting the entire league on notice. It was the kind of moment you see in movies, like a fighter saying, "I can't let you get close." That moment when the underdog finally stops backing down. Because here's the truth. Bullies don't stop until you hit back. They test you, push you, grab you, foul you, and they'll keep going until someone finally says, "That's enough." And that someone was Sophie Cunningham. She stood up for Caitlin Clark, for the Fever, for everyone who's been watching this team get beat up game after game without a response. Hen JC Sheldon got tossed. When Lindsay Allen stepped in, Sophie said, "You both can get this work." 1-on-2 under the rim, and she didn't back down for a second. That was the real highlight of the game. Forget the box score. Forget the stats. This was about heart. This was about respect. And for once, the Indiana Fever didn't just ask for it, they took it. And let's not forget, Marina Mabrey didn't even get ejected for her hit on Caitlin Clark. She ran full speed and crashed into Clark like she was trying to start something. No call, no flagrant, nothing. But Sophie saw it all, and she said the words that fans have been waiting to hear: no more. The Fever got their payback. The team that once got punked just punched back. And now, the whole league better take notice. And here's the part that had everyone shaking their heads. Marina Mabrey wasn't even ejected for her full speed hit on Caitlin Clark. She was hit with a flagrant foul. That's it. No ejection, no consequences. But Sophie Cunningham, she gets tossed for responding. Now sure, both plays were intense. Both could have earned ejections. But if Marina stays in the game, how is Sophie the one getting thrown out? What exactly are we doing here? Is this about star power? Is it politics? Or are the refs just completely out of touch? Because those 3 officials on the floor that night, clueless. Absolutely clueless. You'd think they were discussing dinner plans instead of reviewing a flagrant foul. 15 minutes at the monitor, not a single call that made sense. And when the dust finally settled, Sophie was ejected. JC Sheldon, gone. Lindsay Allen, gone. Everyone involved outside. But you know what? That didn't stop the message from being delivered loud and clear. The Fever are done being bullied. And for the first time in weeks, it felt like every player on the court had Caitlin Clark's back. Because here's the real kicker. That hit by Mabrey happened early in the 3rd quarter, and nothing happened right away. Natasha Howard stayed quiet. Aaliyah Boston stayed cool. The whole bench silent. But Sophie was just waiting, calculating, timing it perfectly. She knew if she made her move too soon, she'd be gone. So she waited all the way until the final minute of the 4th quarter. And then, boom, she struck. She seized her moment and she made it count. That wasn't just about one play. It was about sending a message to the whole league. A message that says, we see you and we're not afraid anymore. And now, you better believe Sophie Cunningham's getting calls. Maybe not from sponsors yet, but if Everlast is smart, they're sending her custom pink gloves and a training dummy ASAP. Because the next time someone tries to body check Caitlin Clark, Sophie's gonna be ready. And let's talk about the pattern here. Back-to-back games, we've seen it. First Bria Hartley grabbing Angel Reese's hair. Now JC Sheldon scratching and clawing at Caitlin Clark like it's a wrestling match, not a basketball game. And what do the refs do? They let it happen. All game long, Caitlin was getting grabbed, pulled, poked, and the refs just swallowed the whistle. There's nothing basketball about that. Nothing. And if you've been watching this league closely, you already know what's coming next. Like we said on Sunday Night Heat, this kind of physical play doesn't stop until someone finally says enough, until someone gets clipped. And that's exactly what Sophie did. She stood up, she made a statement, and she reminded everyone that the Fever aren't just here to play, they're here to fight back. The refs may have lost control of the game, but the Fever, they took control of their identity, and they walked out of there with the win. Let us know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you want more fearless breakdowns just like this. We'll catch you in the next one. And as always, stay sharp.